Jesus, he will fix it. After a while, step in the furnace. Long time ago. Shack and Meshach and Abednego, they wasn't worried. This I know. Jesus, he will fix it. Jesus, he will fix it. Really? Jesus, he will fix it. After a while, make me doubt it. No. I know too much about him. All my life, all my life, all my life.
Look at that smile right there. That boy's back in time right now. Do you know that boy was back in time right now?
You can't make me doubt it.
Earlier.
Yeah, I know too much about it.
That's the words.
All of my life, all of my life
is in God's hand.
Life is in his hand.
Don't you know my life?
This how I'm feeling inside. Every line that I ride, I just hope I don't cry. I'm just fitting. Yeah, I'm just fitting.
Long time ago.
God damn it, boy.
Hey, man. Welcome back.
Welcome.
We got a quick snip for y'all, baby.
Quick. Jesus is on the main line. Tell him what you want.
Tell them what you want.
He said, oh, shit.
Hey, man. We got a quick one for him. But I think it's a good one.
Great one.
I think it's a real good one. And I can't wait to hear these answers.
Can't wait to hear you.
I can't wait to sit back and listen to
your answer.
I don't even think it's gonna be my answer. I like I said, I had a conversation with somebody recently about it, and I thought it was a fairly good debate, honestly.
Hold on, wait. Y'all ready to get deep?
I just feel like it was a good debate to hear somebody else who has possibly gone through some of the same things that we've all gone through as black people.
Yeah.
Hear them have like a completely different thought process on it. And I feel like it's because sometimes people sometimes will experience a handful of success.
Yeah.
And they like, you should pull yourself up by the bootstraps.
By your bootstraps.
Like I did.
That's what Booker T said.
But the crazy thing is, everybody ain't even got bootstraps.
I'm about to say, what if you
Some
ain't got
people ain't even got bootstraps.
Or the straps.
Yeah.
So
straps.
what we're talking about is reparations.
Hold on. People don't know. Welcome back to Dropping Dymes.
It's Dropping Dymes, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's how excited we are about to get in this conversation, man.
And I'm Byron.
Yeah.
This is Brandon.
You know your name? I'm Wallace, man.
And
we are the Dimetations.
Man, get the fuck out. These
again.
Yeah, we are here for a quick one. And Byron's gonna lead us off, but I hope y'all ready.
I'm not even gonna take it as deep as y'all think.
But I think the topic is deep in itself.
Yeah, I think the topic is definitely deep. And I think it's one that needs to be addressed here in our country. We talking reparations, right? And really what this country hasn't done.
Yeah.
But really only for black people, only for African Americans or African American descent.
Yeah.
People of African American descent. Black people, right? They of course we all know we were brought here as slaves, forced to build a country, not even considered a full human being.
Right.
That's some shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Then when allowed to be considered a human, we're told, hey, for all the stuff that we did to you, we're going to give you this, right? The person who made that promise was then killed.
Yeah.
The person who stepped in
So
as
was that
president.
promise.
Yeah. The person who came in as the president
Successor.
following that wasn't necessarily on the same page with him.
Not at all.
And was like, y'all ain't gotta do that shit.
They'll be all right.
He said that. I wasn't never on board with that. So we good over here.
Keep doing your thing, bro.
Keep doing your thing. And here we are, this many years later, and still haven't really been taken care of in that sense.
Right.
Again, like I said earlier, some people I've had conversations with friends who didn't necessarily agree and felt like us getting reparations would only be another Band-Aid on our community. But I think it's a Band-Aid that we're
wild shit.
Yeah, I think it's a Band-Aid, if that's what we want to call it, a Band-Aid that we are deserving of, right? I've seen, I can't say I've seen personally, but I read, of course, and learned of almost any other atrocity that's happened to any other people, our country and the rest of the world actually offering reparations to those nationalities or races or whatever we want to call it.
Yeah.
I.e., the Holocaust. That didn't happen in America, but we offered reparations to the people of Jewish descent, right? Went during, I think it was World War II.
Yeah.
Anyone who lived here in America that was of Chinese descent, they were put into concentration camps just to be sure that they weren't spies or part of what was going on. And in that, they put those people in reparation camps. When everything was over, they offered them reparations, right? Well, I'm sorry, they put them in concentration camps.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
I know what you meant.
Right.
We understand.
They put them in concentration
Let you
camps,
live.
and we offered them reparations. Here, we're sorry for doing that to you guys. Meanwhile, during all of that time, black people were still being completely mistreated, mishandled, and
not allowed
demonized.
to become.
Not allowed to become hardly even a human being.
Right.
During all of those times, and we haven't been compensated as
for the work.
Yeah, for the work and the just being brutalized and hung and anything you can think of burned during that time. And I get it. Some people are like, oh, well, we should have been got over it. Cool. But the thing is, even in the getting over it period, we still haven't been afforded the same opportunities or just privileges of any other race, right? We talk about our grandfathers and great grandfathers who were forced to join the military to go fight for this country.
That wasn't fighting for them.
Wasn't fighting for their freedoms. They were fighting for this country, right? And they come back to America and still weren't even given the same opportunities. Like those people of other races go fight. They came back. Their families were allowed to go to college for free. They were given VA loans to purchase homes or put their kids through college. Just to name a few of the things, being able to go to hospitals, VA hospitals to get health care and things of that nature. And our grandparents came home, our grandparents and great grandparents came home and weren't even allowed to be a full human being or sit down and have a damn sandwich.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's hard for me to, out of fairness, I'm willing to listen to anyone in a conversation about it, but it's hard for me to really say, oh, I get it. When someone says we don't really need it.
Shit.
I appreciate what you just brought to the table because you laid out the foundation and the landscape of where this conversation is and where it's going to go. I look at one of the first things you said was somebody said that this could be a Band-Aid. And if you understand what a Band-Aid is for, it's to cover whatever the affliction, the trauma, to allow it to heal. So yeah, call it a Band-Aid if you want to, but understand what you're saying, because a Band-Aid would help us have the opportunity to heal the trauma of hundreds of years of destruction, genocide, hanging, lynching, disrespect, all of those things that are layered on top of us, give us the opportunity to heal. Now, of course, it's our opportunity to do with whatever that reparations looks like, what we can. And if we don't handle it, that's on us, but give us the opportunity. When you don't give us the opportunity and just let us fester in the open wound that was created within us, then all you're going to do is get is decay, destruction. And it's amazing to look at us as a black people as a whole now to be able to grow from that open wound, that festering. Like even when slavery is done, but I still don't allow you to be a human being. But our grandfathers, great-grandmothers, great-grandfathers still woke up, went to work, worked to progress who we could be, knowing that they wasn't going to be getting an opportunity to live and flourish in it. But they went with the dream that what we could be, that I have a dream. So I believe that reparations would be are required, are needed. To me, the conversation has to grow into what do they look like. And I'm going to tell you, y'all could have saved some money back in the day if y'all would have did what you were supposed to do.
Yeah.
Because right now, it's going to be expensive. But do your thing.
Nothing.
Nothing.
I don't have shit.
Okay. So what, and reparations started off as 40 acres and a mule.
Mm-hmm.
That was definitely much cheaper than right now.
What today do you see as... what today would you see as something that would be acceptable as reparations?
So they've actually come up with an actual number. Yeah, they came up with an actual number, and they said that the reason they feel like they can't do it is because it would put the country in, like, I think they said somewhere in the number or the range of like $3 trillion in debt if they paid out everyone. And I'm like, so what?
You
like
go China, 28 trillion.
And the crazier thing is, like, for a long time, the actual value of the dollar was based on gold, right? We was one of the lowest countries, like one of the countries with the lowest amount of actual gold per capita, right? Yeah. So, and I think we researched it and realized that it's not based on gold anymore. So print the shit up. Because it's literally just you printing it up on money. Run it. Run us our money, bro.
But wasn't it they saying like the more you print, the lesser value of the money that
it almost has no value now anyway.
Well, look at it. They found hundreds of reasons to do that over time.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
This should have been done long. That's what I'm saying. They could have saved a lot of money if they would have did it on the front end.
I just like, it's like I have so little belief in this country and our government. Like, I'm just be honest with you. Only because they've continued to show just how little they give a shit about black people. And I mean, we can, like, people like, oh, well, you can't depend on them. Right. I understand we can't depend on them. I get that. But it's funny how everybody else does. You know what I'm saying? And they continue to pull through for everybody else. They literally just sent billions with a B to
across the ocean, right?
To a country that essentially most of us thought that we didn't have any ties to, right?
Don't give a fuck about.
But then when I stopped and thought about it, I was like, man, it was funny because the other side actually complained about his son's relationship with Ukraine. You remember that?
Yeah.
And now here we are,
the other side.
Now here we are being super generous,
right,
with Ukraine.
When that money could have went to what he also promised with the student loans.
Yeah.
So you don't have money for that.
So I'm gonna tell you,
got billions to send to Ukraine.
So
that's wild.
Speaking on student loans, I cringed at it, but I saw Howard was like, oh, we're offering free room and board and free education to those Ukrainian students who want to attend. And I think it was either Howard or Hampton. I can't remember exactly which one. So
either one.
I apologize. But I do remember it was an HBCU. It was an
that's what I'm saying.
Like, and I was like, ugh. Because I know it's black kids out there that want to go to school, that aren't being afforded that opportunity, and we just open our doors with these open arms, and it's like, again, we continue to be we're bigger, we're continue to be the bigger person in every situation.
And that's like the feast of purpose of like having an HBCU. Like, did you forget why you have an HBCU, motherfucker?
See, you gotta also look at them performing in a landscape where there are no reparations, and understanding that at the end of the day, this is marketing. You have somebody that doesn't know about Howard now knows about Howard because they reached out. So I understand the way that they're operating in what society is. Now, holistically, I feel like if they look at the bigger picture of where we came from, offer black children the opportunity. But to get your name out there, I mean, that's a lot of things are going on.
But does that not make you say, like, fuck Howard or whoever like did it? You know what I mean? Like,
it doesn't make me say it, because I look at it as like, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to build your name, just like Jackson State is doing all of these things with their football program. This is Howard's opportunity to make a bigger splash. So I think it's bigger than just, hey, they're helping Ukraine. Even though
I think that's different.
I feel like it plays a part.
Okay,
but it kind of goes back to what you were saying earlier about the Band-Aid and how, like, what the Band-Aid actually does, because the base word for reparations is repair.
Exactly.
Right? And nobody has actually looked to repair the relationship that this country has with African Americans, or the descent
holistically, right?
Yeah, the descents of African Americans.
They really want us to get over
it.
Yeah,
and that shit is crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, we literally, not to say celebrate, but we have a moment of silence for the Holocaust when we think about it.
9/11, all that other shit,
and it's everything else in the world deserves a moment of silence, and its moment of grieving, right? Except slavery. Yeah. And
look, we have to petition and beg and parade to get holidays to celebrate. Martin Luther King Day, that was a petition. They had to fight and beg for us. And it's not just about him. It's just like what the civil rights movement meant.
And Arizona says,
nah, I'm straight.
No.
Juneteenth, a moment that's, I mean, it shouldn't even have to be a day, but it's a day to celebrate the release of our freedom from bondage of hundreds of years. We had to beg and pretty much create a celebration for ourselves.
And only became a bigger deal and only became really celebrated during the George Floyd situation.
Civil rights, like, that shit was like not long ago.
No.
Like, you know how crazy that shit is?
People that are making laws now live through civil rights.
Yes.
Bro,
yes.
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. Man, my grandfather told me a story, my Alabama granddad. He told me a story about when he was little. He was in his house, and there was a guy that they hurt. Like, he said the story was the guy had stole some fruit, right?
Okay.
And he was running, like, they were trying to catch him, like the police and the people in the community was trying to catch him. This is in Alabama, bro. And they were trying to catch him, and they let the hounds go on him, right? Yeah. And he ran up a tree, and they was like, you can come on down, or we're gonna set this tree on fire. So you can come down and let these dogs bite you
up,
and we probably still gonna hang you, or we just gonna burn you.
Right.
And he said, we literally sat in our house and listened to this man scream as they set a tree on fire.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, my granddad now he'd be a little over 100 years old, but this was when he was a kid. This was the 1900s.
Not
like
normal.
And that was their mentality.
But it was normal.
Meanwhile, we like, bro, do you know how many stories you and heard? Like, I don't know your grandma, your great grandma, but I know those mother figures back then took care of white kids, breastfed these white kids.
My aunts lived on a sharecropping plantation and took care of white kids.
Meanwhile,
fuck them kids
you'll-
up.
meanwhile, you'll literally burn a person out of a tree for fruit.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Look,
it.
hang, beat, shoot, and drown a young man for whistling.
And then the lady came back and said it wasn't even
Nah, it
him.
wasn't. Yeah.
It wasn't even.
I
It
lied.
didn't happen.
I
lied.
was playing.
I lied.
My bad.
Hey, what the fuck? But so, do you think we haven't gotten reparations because of the level that it would put us at?
That and they just don't respect us.
I think it's the opportunity that they would give us.
Yeah, I think
'Cause it
that's-
closes the wealth
I think
gap.
that's more of what it is.
I
It's
think
like,
I think that's part of it.
on our level, oh hell no, you know what I mean? Like, because that
Because
What would? But
I know
see,
what it does for me, just personally.
But see, the thought process that has been around for a long time is that there's 1% of the world that owns 90%, 99% of the wealth, right? They're saying they believe that if you give everybody in the world the same amount of money, that same percentage,
same 1%
that
would be
same
on
1%
top.
is going to get the same amount of money. So if they believe that, why not give it out?
can't take the chance.
Exactly. Because if you look at where we are
I
now.
was just about to say,
So look at where
what
we
the
are
fuck
now.
we done did
How
with
we've
nothing.
grown
With
from
nothing.
under the dirt.
With nothing. Look
To
where
be
we
at-
are.
Because now
Man,
these niggas, they got the internet and they can invest.
Man,
These niggas
what,
got Forex.
Listen,
What would you prefer to have a dollar amount, or would you prefer to have? Because my thought is, okay, let's say y'all don't want to give us $100 million a piece. You don't want to give us $100,000 a piece. What about every a person of African American descent at this moment, right now, has their next degree or their college secondary degrees paid for? No loan, no interest. It's paid for. So what that does is give us an opportunity to go gain the knowledge to do what we need to do.
or just clear all debt, period. Right now.
I think honestly, it would be along the lines of because I heard somebody else, like a bigger person, saying they should. I can't remember if it was clear to debt, but I remember they said stop taxes for black people. Stop paying a federal tax, right? Stop paying a federal tax, and it was like
For how long though?
like for good.
I don't think that's
But if you think
possible,
we're
but-
only 13% of America,
agreed. But
what?
like you think 100 years from now, 13% over 100 years is I'm trying to be realistic of what they would
So
the thing,
Thing,
accept.
like real.
So like we're at the table negotiating right now.
Honestly, nothing is acceptable to them because we should
Agreed.
get over it. So no matter what,
That's
because
tough right
no matter
there.
what we bring to the
That's
table,
tough, yeah.
if we said give us all $30,000, they'll say no.
Which is
But
baby money.
That's 40 acres, like bro.
Shit, them 40 acres though.
My old
I'll
boss
take
from my
them bitches right
my,
now.
my
What
old
you
boss
gonna
from
do
my
with it? Sell
job. Listen,
what you gonna do with it?
Yeah.
my old boss from my job was trying to build a house, right? She was looking to buy 2 acres of land. They wanted $120,000 for it.
Yeah.
For 2 acres in Fayetteville, Georgia.
Yep.
That ain't even like realistically, it's not even like you like, man, 2 acres of prime real estate would be like in the middle of the city.
With no house on it, right?
No house. You still gotta clear it.
You still gotta clear it.
get somebody else to go out there and cut trees down and all
Run
this stuff.
utilities,
shit,
build it.
Run water lines under it
Right.
and everything, right? $120K for 2 acres. They realize if they give us this closes the wealth gap.
Definitely.
Listen, all the way. Like I said, just me personally, like I'm lit.
Because
Like, you know what I mean? Like, do you like what it does for me and just my family, dude? Like that's, dude.
So let's play this game. They give you what's 40 acres? You said 2 acres was 120. Let's say 60 acres, 40 acres. They give you $2.4 million. What do you do?
What do I do?
Yeah.
I continue to work. I pay off all debt, and that shit literally just sits. For
I take
me.
it back. My math was wrong. 240,000.
Yeah, no, I got you.
240,000.
Same thing. Continue to work, but what that does for me is
240,000. That's 4 acres.
My bad. 2.4 million.
He had it right the first
Hey,
time.
shots.
But either way, it's the same, right?
Yeah.
That money literally sits. But what it does for me is you can purchase a home that eliminates mortgage, right? Cars that eliminates that. Everything else sits. You continue to work and still just build on what you have. Like that's generational. You know what I mean? Investments now. You know, it's just it's so much that you can do with that. Like because I live
Look, I'm not afraid to go back to school.
yeah, not exactly. Now I go to school and learn some more shit. Like, but just me knowing me, I'm probably gonna work. You know what I mean? And just continue to build off of what I already have. Right?
You gonna work for yourself? Or you gonna work for somebody else?
Definitely working for myself. Right. What we talked about, I'm doing that. But if everybody has it,
but
who do you
but you know what?
To work?
The thing is, everybody's not entrepreneur. Everybody doesn't have an entrepreneurial spirit.
They don't.
Some people are gonna get that and they're gonna blow it.
It's gonna blow, yeah.
But
that's what that 99 to 1%.
Yeah, and it's gonna be other people that catch it. You know what I'm saying? Some people gonna throw it. Some people gonna catch it.
Yeah,
right.
Like I said, I wanna continue to work because that shit right there to me is just extra. Like I'm not quitting no job for no 2.4 million. Like that's no.
If honestly, under the right circumstances, like today, not everybody getting 2.4 million. If I came into 2.4 million, I could stop working and take care of myself for the rest of my life.
You could.
But
if
everybody gets 2.4, everybody gets 2.4.
My number is like I think it was like 3.7. Like
that you can stop.
That I can stop and work.
Yeah.
But see, not necessarily that I would use that 2.4 for the rest of my life. But that gives me the foundation to build the life that I really want.
Exactly. It gives you a great cushion.
Because
I gotta show up at this job.
It puts you in a position where your money makes money.
That gives you a little cushion to fuck up some shit too. Like
exactly.
Because even
look, Donald Trump, who gave a $5 million, $1 million loan to start off, you got room to mess up.
Come on, man. Exactly.
And learn those lessons when you mess up.
He blew through it. He blew through it, and then they gave him some more money.
Some more.
Yeah. Yeah. But we talking about everybody though.
We scared to take a job. I mean, go back to school to learn something that's gonna help us because of the debt that's gonna incur.
I can raise my hand to that.
Yeah,
like I can honestly say that. Like, and I talk about that all the time because I'd be like, man, I should just shoot back to school. But I know what it's gonna look like. I already know what the debt gonna look like on it, right? I already know.
$60,000 to get an MBA.
Bro, I'm not
plus
even talking
interest,
and I'm not even talking school. Like if I just went back to get certs, like it because it slows everything else down.
Yeah,
with your earning, right? It
does.
Like,
and that's the scary part for me too, because I've had that conversation in my home. Like, why won't you just? Because it's a few things that I've had in my mind to do, right? But what that does for just the home period, man, I just rather not. You know what I mean? Like,
think about it. You swinging it with a partner.
Yeah, and I still rather not. Yeah, it's just you. Yeah.
It's me. Yeah. I don't even got nobody else to say. Here go this bill. It's me.
I don't know. Yeah.
So it's like, it's mine. I'm sorry.
Sit on the counter for a minute until you go back and look
you
at
just
the
hide it
motherfucker.
from yourself, and you like, oh shit, I was looking for some toothpaste, but I got this Georgia Power. Let me knock this.
But yeah,
out.
That's a scary part of it, man.
So is it worth us continuing to fight the conversation for reparations when we don't believe that?
Hell yeah.
I definitely think we continue to have a conversation. Honestly, because and I feel like that's why it's so important when we're voting, not just voting because they say, okay, you should vote on this side. Vote for who's gonna give you something. Like, that's what we really got to get to, man. Let's stop voting for people because our grandmamas voted for them. Yeah. Our great granddaddy said we vote Democrat, so we all gonna vote Democrat. Like, who's giving us something?
So you voted for Trump? Got you.
Who did Trump ever give us something? Who? Like, for real, like, bro.
It depends on what your situation and understanding was.
This person is because like right now, the person who's running this country was like, if you're not voting for me, you ain't black. what does that give us?
Yeah, that ain't give
Like,
us shit.
is that pulling my black card? Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Because he can't pull my black card.
Yeah.
Right?
Sound like an action item for us
Honestly,
to understand
yeah.
what, like, dive into the process.
His vice president, like, bro, I feel like they put that lady out front. Here, go get them for us.
Yeah.
Right?
And it worked.
She pulled her AKA card.
It worked.
She pulled her
A Howard
HBCU card. She pulled her I'm West Indian card. I'm Indian
card.
And then, like, one day he had some type of a procedure done.
And I'm married to a white man.
Yeah. As my base.
Yeah.
Right? So he has the president had some type of procedure done. She was considered the president for a day, and they never said the first black president.
Yeah.
One female president. They called her something like, and it wasn't even like, oh, she's West Indian. It was like Pacific, some, you know what I'm saying? It was never who she stood as to get us.
Yeah.
So yeah, guess what? Show me the money. Show me what you can give us.
Yeah.
Because
I think a lot of people sink and a lot of people swim, and it's gonna level itself out, right? If they do. So some people will be good for a moment, and some people will be good for a lifetime.
Yeah.
So,
Look, I hope y'all continue to believe that y'all 1% gonna get that 99% back. So just go ahead and throw that money and see what happens.
please
throw
do
it.
Please believe.
Please, hey.
I just want to show y'all that I'm really,
Yeah.
I was worthy of being the 1%, even when I wasn't worthy.
Hey, look, nah, I'm ignorant. You gonna get it back, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna blow that thing, bro.
Man,
Just
bro. Please give it to me.
nah, but this is a conversation that is not gonna end from when we end this podcast. It needs to continue. We all will continue on our
favorite
individual fronts
To reparations.
to reparations. Shout to the ancestors. Appreciate y'all fight. It's our turn.
And that probably was a little too deep for y'all because y'all used to us fucking around, but that conversation needed to be had.
We got to have them. And we're going to have some more of these. And we're going to get deeper into this mental health.
I don't know why I've been so hooked to that.
Because it's starting to affect us.
Yes, but
But it's something that you have dealt with that you probably didn't even realize
ain't
you were
even know.
dealing with.
Like, yeah.
And we all do. We all deal with it.
Oh, that was the other. Never mind. This is a new podcast. But yeah,
Yeah, but we always going to talk about it, though.
that
Yeah.
enough shit.
Yeah. No, this has been a Dropping Dymes short. I said we're getting ready for season 2. And we appreciate your time as always.
Thanks
Yep,
for, man,
yep.
first, thanks for rocking with us through a whole
Man,
season.
We appreciate it.
What?
We almost at number 10. What we gonna do?
We were talking about a lot of bullshit, too. But y'all stuck it out, man. Like,
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah.
And it's like, if by the time this drop, y'all gonna hear about a whole bunch of other football
stuff.
shit.
Yeah.
A lot of
We
football shit
gotta
get back
happening.
into
Oh,
Y'all gonna
man.
get some of that.
And some basketball. Like,
Y'all
they don't
gonna-
really talk about it, but I'm a
be
basketball
on it.
dude. Listen,
That nigga can't.
Y'all
really
gonna make me
hoop,
attack
but-
Ben Simmons again?
I can't really hoop. And
He need. That's another
but you can't,
podcast.
you can't
telling you,
attack
bro,
that
I'm on
man.
it.
That nigga
you
needs
can't
to
really
be
attack
attacked.
him.
Nah, he's a
Fuck
bitch
that.
ass nigga,
I want to attack KD. Let's talk about that shit.
We gonna get there. We gonna get there.
What?
Ben Simmons a bitch.
Let's attack KD.
Get excited
Man,
where we
listen.
going, man.
You don't want to talk
Reparations.
about.
Hey.
They don't want to talk about KD.
Reparations.
But remember, KD let Golden State off the hook 3-1.
Hey man, like, share, comment.
Yes.
You see what's coming.
See, you ain't really ready
We-
for them basketball
we love
talk.
y'all.
Hey man, we love y'all.
It's
Subscribe,
always a pleasure.
Comment, share, throw a thumbs up on that. Hit that goddamn thumbs up
Share,
Yeah, man.
share, please.
button. Comment, because we want Brandon to reply to your comments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get some
Please,
real
hey.
insight.
We love y'all, man. So we got some.
All
all
love,
Fuck
man.
with us, man.
The fuck did you
Y'all
just
be
do?
good.
He just threw up some gang signs.
I probably did.
This how I'm feeling inside. Every line that